Hello there, everyone. Okay, we have got Muse arriving to Marvel Snap this week. Yeah, this could be a bit of a weird card, I'm going to be honest. So let's show you what Muse is all about. So, first of all, we've got Muse as a 3 cost, 3 power card with the ongoing text, plus 3 power for each location where one of your cards has been destroyed. Now, I can't help but feel that there's a bit of a interesting dilemma with Muse in that I don't feel like it will fit into traditional destroy decks like Deadpool builds where you want to Moira, Headpool, all those kind of things. I feel like this is something where you're going to need to be destroying wide rather than destroying narrow. So that is the first conundrum, if you like. And the second thing that comes into my mind is that when you think of ongoing and destroy, that tends to be null. So I don't know if what Second Dinner have tried to do here is create a card that's like not necessarily a mini null, but an alternative to null, maybe at a lower cost. I'm thinking something on the lines of Collector versus Morbius in a discard deck. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the plan is for Muse. I mean, at worst, it's a 312. Oh, sorry, at best, it's a 312. Unless you've got something like Onslaught Citadel, 324. But yeah, I don't see anyone ever taking in like an Onslaught into this deck just to try and make it work. So let's just go through some of the cards I'm thinking of because, first of all, I feel like Killmonger working with Shana is going to be a big synergistic pair. I mean, Squirrel Girl can be added to that list. Just essentially anything that is capable of deploying tokens or cheap cards wide and then destroying them. I mean, Shana slash then Killmonger will effectively activate Muse. And when I say activate, I mean make it to 312. So it's a 3 card combo. I would say that is a little bit high cost to justify. I mean, you could go, let me just get this right in my head. You could go turn 3 Shana, turn 4 Squirrel Girl Killmonger, turn 5 something Muse. But then you're kind of thinking, what's my final turn? So it's a little bit awkward. I wanted to throw in a third card that was a bit of a wild one, Destroyer. Um, Again, this is me coping a little bit, but I'm thinking maybe it could force Destroyer into some deck construction in terms of it will destroy cards in 2 other lanes. I mean, OG Destroyer would have been brilliant. But yeah, just the idea of, okay, maybe if you can put uh, Destroyer down in the lane that Muse is, it will at least destroy 2 lanes worth. So maybe you could do some Deadpool shenanigans in 1 lane, play the Muse, then Destroyer in that lane, and make something in the other 2 lanes get destroyed. I don't really know what that would be because you probably would need to be doing a Nimrod shell or something. So yeah, I don't know. It feels like it would be a very hard to put Destroyer in, but again, I'm not entirely sure what specifically would be good. I mean, if we're talking about destroy cards, anything that destroys will be all right. You know, a Carnage, a Fastball Special, a Venom, they're all going to do a job. But what I'm looking at specifically is effects that go wide. And honestly, Killmonger, Destroyer, they're the ones that come to mind. Now, in terms of the counters, it's going to be a lot of usual suspects here. We've got Armor. Yeah, that's Destroy's biggest enemy. Going to say it can be defensive, it can be offensive. Play your armor down. These guys do not like it. We've also got Deafening Chord. I wanted to go for something in terms of disabling Muse. So if you put it down early, Deafening Chord's going to be like, eh, eh, eh. Assuming you've got just Muse in a single lane or nothing 2 or 1 or 3 cost to compete with it. And then the last one, just Enchantress. You know, it's not as common at the moment. A rogue would do a similar thing, but just the idea that get rid of ongoing abilities, Muse will not benefit from it. So, yeah, Enchantress could be an enemy of Muse. Now, because of this, I feel like the deck construction is a little bit odd because let's just show you what I'm cooking. So, I've gone with a Dormammu deck. Now, Unlike last time where I put a deck in the video and then when I actually did my day one testing, I went for something completely different. I'm probably going to go along the lines of something close to, if not exactly this, simply because I'm not entirely sure what else we could be trying to cook. So let's just talk about why I'm thinking of all these cards. Okay, so Moira X. I feel like Moira's got some decent synergy with Dormammu. In the opening hand, we'll always have one of Dormammu's spells, his incantations. So Moira will be able to copy that. It's not always something that you want to be able to do, but it's nice having the option if you do want to try it. X23, just great for getting a bit of extra energy, being able to play more cards each turn. Squirrel Girl, as we've talked about, is a great enabler of Killmonger getting the death down, so again, I like that as a combo. Bucky Barnes, I felt like we needed something that could be destroyed without much sacrifice, if you like. You know, if we do Bucky Barnes Carnage, it's 2 cost played for 11 power, so that's not bad. Obviously, Killmonger is going to be great for getting the X23, the Moira, the Squirrel Girl, or Shauna's tokens destroyed. Muse, obviously, the centerpiece. Venom. Venom is a bit of an odd one because, I mean, you could arguably swap that out for Deathlock, and I might even be tempted to do that. The only reason I've gone for Venom in this stage of planning is that Venom is the better card, in my opinion. I would always choose a Venom over a Deathlock, but there aren't that many big numbers. So because of that, we might just benefit from doing raw destruction rather than trying to gain the power of the destruction. I mean, again, you could probably do Fastball Special or even maybe a Kid Omega. So yeah, okay, maybe Kid Omega's a bit of a push. But yeah, just that idea of there might be a better tempo setter than Venom. Maybe Zombie Captain Marvel or a Tuma, just something a little higher up the curve chain. But yeah, it feels like we do essentially need to have another Destroyer enabler because even though we've got Carnage and Killmonger, after that we don't have a lot, so we do need something. And then finally, the last 3 cards are all destroy benefactors. So Null gains the power of all the destructions. Dormammu's going to be getting on the board if we follow his incantations. And are they called summoning rituals? That's it. And then death just gets reduced the more cards you destroy. So I feel like this is in general a decent idea, but I've got to be honest, I'm not entirely sold on Muse. I could be wrong when I'm doing my day one testing. It might be a case of, oh wow, Muse is actually pretty good. But it's hard to see Muse doing well when you can just play Null. You know, and again, I completely respect that you can put 2 Muses down for the price of 1 Null. And I'm not even trying to build Null up here, so there's an argument to remove Null and put something else in. But equally, there was a bit of me going, but it would feel pretty sad if we put in, say, Death, but then we're playing the games and it's like, oh, I wish I had a Null. So that's where that sort of logic came from. But yeah, I feel like this could be a bit of a puzzle to work out. And I'm not even saying this is the solution. Yeah, it's just not as straightforward as I would like this one. But that is what Marvel Snap is. It is a puzzle, and we're here to work out what the puzzle solution is. Will Muse survive at 3-3? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not even sure if he could benefit from going up to +4 power. I mean, +4 is kind of wild, but you're thinking that would then really reward chasing the objective. Well, the objective in the sense of destroying cards at 3 locations. I mean, he might have even suited being an objective card, but I prefer ongoing because it's always you're always able to play it essentially. It's not like an objective where you've got to play it after doing the thing, or at least have it on the board when doing the thing. So yeah, ongoing is my preference, but I don't know. It just feels like he's missing something. I don't know what. But let me know in the comments, folks. What are you guys thinking? Like I say, I'll be getting the card. I advise anyone to try and keep up with the new releases if you can, because you'll probably catch up with Series 5 cards in the process of collecting them. So that would be my advice. But then again, I'm doing the complete opposite of that on my free-to-play account, where I'm getting the collector's Series 5s every week. So what do I know? Eh? So, yeah. Tell me what you would do. Well, tell me what you were doing, first of all. Are you going for collectors or seasonals? I'm actually intrigued. Personally, I think if you can keep up, do keep up. Don't sort of pick and choose which ones to go for. But yeah, if you're catching up like my free-to-players, I mean, for me, it's the collectors. Anyway, I've gone on to a complete free-to-play tangent then. Let me know what you think anyway about Muse. So, if you enjoyed this video and all the ramblings involved, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from JJ Snap, and until next time, folks, goodbye for now.